here to present the Reality of Wrestling Championship. He is the longest reigning Reality of Wrestling champion in history. Please welcome Gustavo Mendoza!
Gustavo Mendoza was at one point the leader of Team Internacional. He won the Reality of Wrestling Championship and held it longer than any other man in history. 388 days. That championship was wrapped around his waist. Gustavo Mendoza now returns to the Reality of Wrestling to present a brand new Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Listen, all credit where credit is due. This is a man that represented Reality of Wrestling from the very beginnings. Kind of comes full circle now, and you see the beautiful piece of gold there in the hands of Gustavo Mendoza, showing off the brand new Reality of Wrestling Championship. And here we see the special guest referee, the face of Reality of Wrestling, our executive manager, Andrew Jackson, or I should say our executive manager on most days here of the year, but Carolina, a big task at hand, trying to call it down the middle in this main event.
This is going to be a tough task for Andrew Jackson, but I think he can get the job done.
Yeah, he's so ready to referee this match, even take this his ref in hand.
Yeah, you don't want to get any bruises on that here.
Stone. We taking no pain to dominate. It's a stone, can't get above the weight. One stone.
You know, if I was being surrounded by two WWE Hall of Famers and a whole lot of muscle, yeah, I'd be this cool, calm, and collected like Ed Stone right now. I mean, look at this. You're talking about the biggest main event in Reality of Wrestling history, and for him, he's making it look like it's going to be a walk in the park.
Ed Stone looks extremely confident right now. I've seen the way he moves throughout the years, but tonight he just seems extremely confident. I think he pretty much has this secured.
I gotta believe in Edge's mind. He thinks that he's got this in the bag already. I mean, you talk about having the deck stacked against you. Gaspar Hernandez isn't simply going one-on-one at this point. He's going up against the whole damn army.
Ed Stone has always fought with a chip on his shoulder. He feels like he deserves more.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. Wow.
You know, Gustavo, you've been around Booker T and Queen Sharmell a very long time. This has got to be a very precarious position for someone like Gaspar Hernandez.
Yeah, I spent the majority of my career fighting against everything that he taught me, and here he is, going against Reality of Wrestling.
Hold on here. We're waiting Gaspar Hernandez, but there's the music of our guest executive manager, Theodore Long.
Did an absolutely fantastic job.
What is Teddy Long out here for, Chris?
Well, clearly, if nothing else, he should take a victory lap, the way that everything's been going the last couple of weeks, but certainly I was expecting to see Gaspar Hernandez here kind of stunting the flow a little bit. I'm curious to see what Teddy has to say.
I'm not sure what he's going to, maybe he's right. Is he out here for a victory lap? I think we're about to find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
First thing I want to say, just a minute, I'm going to explain something to you right now. Tonight, Gaspar Hernandez will not be here.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Where's Gaspar?
And the reason just a minute, Booker T, and the reason he's not here because he's been diagnosed with COVID.
Oh man, that's horrible. I hope he gets better.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to let all these people with Reality of Wrestling, I'm not going to let you down. So I've got an opponent back there that is credible and is suitable. He's a man that made a name for himself a year ago, right here at Summer of Champions. He's a man that has never been defeated. So, reality of wrestling, stand on your feet and show your love for Zilla Fatu. How you like that?
I can barely hear any of you guys.
For the main one, Zilla Fatu. Gustavo Mendoza, I know this is your first time seeing Zilla live and in person. What do you think?
I actually saw him when he was 3 or 4 years old when I started training. This is the first time I've seen him in his adult life. And this, can Teddy Long even do this? Like, what's going on?
Well, Gaspar Hernandez apparently out due to a COVID-19 infection, and a suitable replacement indeed, Carolina, the undefeated Zilla Fatu.
We gotta give Teddy Long his flowers. He needs a Pulitzer Prize and a trophy. Because if anybody knows how to put a card together, it's him.
I mean, Chris Russo, unprecedented.
Don't ask me any questions. I just want to soak this. Listen to this crowd.
Well, the brain trust between Edge Stone, Booker T, and Sharmell trying to figure out how they're going to...
Hey, Booker T! Hey, Booker T! Look right here. I'm out of here.
Wow, that's a hell of a wrench to throw into the plans here for Edge Stone and company.
I mean, a sold-out, record-breaking crowd at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena are chanting for Zilla Fatu. This is your main event. Summer of Champions 10. The Reality of Wrestling Championship is on the line. The main one versus the leader of Stone Island. We go to Eliana for our introduction.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 226 pounds, the main one, Zilla Fatu! And his opponent, accompanied by WWE Hall of Famer Queen Sharmell and two-time WWE Hall of Famer Booker T from Stone Island, weighing in at 255 pounds. He is the current Reality of Wrestling Champion, the Stone Titan, Edge Stone! The special guest referee of this match is Andrew Jackson.
We're going to go to Andrew Jackson.
Hey guys, come on. All right. Hey, I'm going. Okay, look guys, we don't want no shenanigans. No shenanigans. We're going to call this right down the middle. No low shots. Hey, no low blow. Hey, we're not going to do this right now. We're going to do you. Hey, we're going to call it right down the middle. All right, no low blows, no cheap shots. These people paid to see a straight up match. Am I right? you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
Well, there we go. You hear our instructions from Andrew Jackson. That is the current Reality Wrestling Championship. You got your eyes, though, on that brand new road title. What did you think of it?
I sure did. It's a beautiful championship belt.
A beautiful title indeed, Chris Russo. Historic is what we are witnessing.
Yeah, what I was witnessing there was with the monsters crowd reaction, there was just the slightest look of maybe concern out of the eyes of Booker T and Queen Sharmell. I mean, I want to take a second here to talk about the fact of how this all came together. The fact that just a few weeks ago, there was an ace in the hole that Booker T had to help make this all happen. And Queen Sharmell comes back around after everything that's happened between the two of them. Now they're working as a collective unit. I'm still a little concerned here.
We'll see if they can work as a well-oiled machine as the term goes. But Carolina, I mean, Zilla Fatu is not the person that Edge Stone spent weeks training for. He was ready for Gaspar Hernandez.
Absolutely. Now you got to rethink your plan. Now you have Zilla Fatu in front of you. Now you lost the crowd. What is going to happen? I'm not sure. It could be anybody's game.
Now, Gustavo Mendoza, of course, you've been in your fair share of title defenses in your career. What advice can you give to Edge Stone?
You see, right now, he's probably thinking that this is not the opponent I trained for, but Zilla Fatu is also new to this scenario. He was not ready for a championship match. He happened to be here, so both men have the disadvantage.
That is absolutely true. You know, Zilla Fatu, Chris Russo was not expecting this at all.
He didn't prepare just as much as Edge wasn't prepared. So I will say Carolina right now, at this point, is who can channel and focus themselves. But Edge Stone has a few wild cards, and two of them are standing right outside of the ring.
Yeah, and those are great wild cards to have around you. Edge Stone made it clear it's his time. It's his ring. He hasn't waited around for 9 years to let Zilla Fatu take his belt. But Zilla Fatu is the main one.
Of course, Zilla Fatu, the son of the WWE legend Umaga. And I don't think the apple fell too far from the tree here, as Zilla Fatu has the opportunity of a lifetime. Only 1 year in his professional wrestling career could, just maybe, walk out as Reality Wrestling Champion.
No. Look at that. Zilla Fatu.
He was able to recover there last second.
1 year, and it could be his genetic.
Might be his last year here.
Oh,
Here's the other thing we have to think about. Not only do these two men taking this in a surprise moment, but Booker T and Sharmell working collectively as you talked about, but also they're on the outside. I mean, what is their impact going to be just from a managerial and advice perspective, or does Zilla Fatu need to have eyes in the back of his head?
Listen, Andrew Jackson serves at the pleasure of the two Hall of Famers. I still just get this weird feel. Whoa! You know, it's again about trying to call it and keep it clean and down the middle here for Andrew Jackson.
Well, Booker T going to the aid of perhaps and still Reality of Wrestling
Watch out
champion.
below!
Oh my God!
Both men are out.
With reckless abandon, it's just throw caution to the wind.
It is chaos and bedlam at the Walker Texas Loy Arena.
The physicality is insane. Zilla Fatu looks visibly upset with Booker T.
Hey,
Wait a minute. Sharmell getting away. Zilla Fatu got his eyes on Booker T.
See, this is Zilla's inexperience right here.
Watch out now.
No.
I mean, I think that's what you were saying, Gustavo. The inexperience right there. He took his eyes off the ball.
That's right. You can't have tunnel vision, especially with Booker T.
The physicality of Edge Stone. I don't know if Zilla Fatu has been up against somebody who's as physical, who's as determined as Edge Stone.
I mean, Edge Stone does not crumble, not under pressure, and not under the weight of this massive main event. Or a guy like Zilla Fatu, the main one.
imagine what's going through Edge Stone's mind. 9 years.
Going for a cover here. Our referee, 1, 2, and no, kick out at 2. Andrew Jackson so far calling it right down the middle. Of course, Gustavo, you've known Andrew Jackson for a long time. Sometimes his, ethics can be somewhat
Former
shaky.
tag team partner, tag team champions, but better enemies.
That's right. You and him held the PWA Tag Team Championships once upon a time. But Zilla Fatu's really having to find himself in a position, Chris, that he's not been in before.
Yeah, so Zilla's got the championship disadvantage because if this match continues on and Edge starts to get flustered or frustrated in any way, shape, or form, the man can just walk out, be disqualified, but still keep the title. I mean, everything is completely against Zilla at this point.
Well, and also everything's completely in the hands of Andrew Jackson. Beautiful drop kick, Carolina.
Absolutely beautiful. The thing is, Edge Stone, I can see why he has a chip on his shoulder. He's been trying.
Oh, wait, hold on, cover. 1, 2.
Whoa.
Is that a little faster? That was a faster count, wasn't it?
Gustavo, you are the person here at the commentary table that's been in the ring like that. What did you see there?
I think that was a little faster.
Okay.
I felt like he had a nice smooth cadence at first, but that one seemed a little bit quicker. Nevertheless, though, this has been all Edge Stone since that distraction from Booker T, Gustavo.
As expected, honestly. The champion should have the advantage right now.
Well, you have to also imagine, Chris, that...
Oh, no, wait.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is also expected.
Wait a minute, come on, man. Booker T.
What is Booker? Zilla's at a total disadvantage.
I'm not even mad at it. I would have done the same thing. You see, Edge Stone has to do whatever it takes to win the championship, to retain the championship. This is what you do.
Well, I mean, if Booker T keeps getting involved, Zilla Fatu doesn't have a shot. I was going to ask you, Carolina, can the main one become the next one? The next one called the Reality Wrestling Champion, but it looks like the deck is stacked against him.
It's absolutely stacked against him. But
Cover, 1, 2. Well, that one felt a little bit more on pace.
Maybe he thought he had him and he thought he could do a regular count.
You were saying?
the cards are stacked against Zilla Fatu, but he does feel like his dad has been guiding him every step of the way. He relies on his spirituality, and I'm hoping it can get him to get back up right now.
Of course, we all know the family pedigree that Zilla Fatu comes from. His father was a late Great Umaga man who you have some experience with.
Yes, he would train with us in my earlier years in the PWA. Amazing athlete. And Zilla is showing a lot of... Oh, my God! Oh, that's it. Edge Stone has it. That's it. It's over.
That could be all can Edge Stone capitalize.
But he's got to have a little bit of a moment there to gloat.
Cover. 1, 2, and not enough.
He should have hooked both legs. That would have been it. That was the fit. I'm telling you, it was over.
That was such a critical mistake.
That could prove to be costly for the current Reality Wrestling Champion, Edge Stone.
Over the last year, guys, we haven't seen Zilla been in this kind of a predicament in any of his wrestling matches here. What does Zilla have in the tank to turn this around?
1 year ago, he walked into the Humble Civic Center in front of nearly 1,100 people and shocked everyone by how incredible of a natural athlete he is in terms of professional wrestling. 1 year later, he could shock us all again. But can he find a way? You can hear the crowd. Just to a boiling point for Zilla Fatu. An opening. Hello. Go for cover. 1, 2, and then enough. No.
Wow. Where did that come from?
Zilla Fatu feeding off not only the people here at a sold-out Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena, but no doubt feeding off his ancestry. Carolina, he's going up top.
Oh my gosh, ancestry alone too, because he made it clear nobody handed him anything. This journey has been all him.
That's absolutely true. And Edge Stone trying to prove this is still his journey in his reign as the Reality of sheer strength, Gustavo, it took to do that.
Good Lord.
This has to be it. It's it. It's over.
Cover. 1, 2, and no.
And I think with every passing moment and every near fall, I think it's just driving Booker T and Queen Sharmell just more and more on tilt. And I shudder to think what they're going to do if they're going to snap here if this goes on much longer.
Both men are down. This is your main event at Summer of Champions 10. The Reality of Wrestling Championship is on the line. Ed Stone, the champion, defending against the undefeated surprise entry of Zila Fatu. Which man will walk out of the biggest show in Reality of Wrestling history as the champion? Andrew Jackson up to a count of 4. Now to a count of 5. Who's going to get to a vertical base first? That would give the advantage.
I still think like Ed Stone has the advantage, but it seems like both men are going to get up at the same. They made the count.
They make the count. They get up at the same time. I mean, obviously, you know better than anyone, Gustavo, what it's like to defend the title and also what it's like to compete for one.
I gotta imagine that Ed Stone's starting to get a little desperate right now. He's hitting with his best moves, and it still hasn't put Zila down.
Zila Fatu firing up. No.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Not enough. And look, it looks like Ed Stone might be a little injured here.
Oh no.
His knee.
Oh, and again.
Booker T.
Booker T.
Booker T getting involved.
Is Ed Stone okay?
I don't know if Edge is okay, but Zila Fatu just got beat up by Booker T.
I couldn't see it.
Referee out of position. Oh my God, that blockbuster!
Atlas Stone! Atlas Stone! This is what's going to help Edge retain the job.
What's that?
Wait a minute!
What in the hell is even that?
Oh my gosh! Go going!
It is the Boogeyman! The Boogeyman is here at Summer of Champions.
Oh my gosh!
I think the Boogeyman saw some of the shenanigans by Booker T and Sharmell.
They're running.
Their history.
I think the Boogeyman's got some
Booker T and
words.
Sharmell's trying to get out.
behind!
Booker T just left Sharmell.
Ran Sharmell out to the back.
Boogeyman just chased out the king and queen. Booker ran through the crowd and left his wife. What kind of man would do that? Ed Stone looks like he's seen a ghost and he's not far off, Gustavo.
No, he's not.
I think I've seen a ghost.
I mean, maybe we say thank you because now, where's Booker T? Where's Sharmell? I'll tell you where they're not. That's ringside.
Well, now, turn our attention back as shades of WrestleMania 22 just flashed in front of all of our eyes.
The Boogeyman sent by the ancestors from the heavens above.
Double suplex.
Could that be the opening for the main one? Super kick. Oh, man, but a DDT. A DDT out of desperation from the champion. This has got to be all. Cover. 1, 2, and no.
Unbelievable.
How is Zila Fatu doing this?
Both men should be out by now. I don't understand.
I mean, the level of resiliency that we're seeing from the challenger at this point is nothing short of remarkable.
Zila Fatu, wait a minute, had it scouted. Going for a cover? No, what is he going for?
Oh my gosh, you can just feel the momentum changing right here.
Goosebumps personified. A big splash from Zila Fatu.
Oh, the spike.
Could he do it? The super spike. Can he cover him? Cover. 1, 2, 3. No way.
history I have seen in reality wrestling.
I'm at a loss for words. That doesn't happen often, Brad. Oh my goodness, the roof is about to blow off this place.
Zilla Fatu is now undeniable as he embraces his mother at ringside.
A touching moment between mom and son.
His mother had to give him a hug because her baby boy, the youngest in the Samoan lineage, has just become the reality of wrestling champion. And you know the spirit of his father is looking down at this very moment. In the same city he was born in, at the same event he debuted in, he is now the main one in reality of wrestling. Zilla Fatu stands tall as the champion. One of the most electrifying moments I have been able to witness in my career here in reality of wrestling. And what a way to cap off Summer of Champions 10. We want to thank Gustavo Mendoza for joining us, sir. Chris Russo, Carolina T, for our director Kevin Barnhart, our executive producers Booker Shaw and Mel Huffman. I am the bold Brad Gilmore. This has been Summer of Champions 10. And it is now the rise and the reign of the main one.